So this is the way it's being presented to Nefertiti. So while Yahshua teaching, telling us in the stories how to be the best version of yourself, and while people are going to put different titles on you. So we have people out there giving us titles. Now that we have, YouTube platforms, we have people that see us around the world. We have people trying to look in through the window, trying to see what you're doing. Have people peeping around, spying, having other people spying on you, trying to see who you are.
Big boy.
Trying to see what you got going on. When you be knowing these people their whole life. But when people are coming up, elevating into that beautiful person that they already was. Already was. Yahshua was already chosen. Like so many other teachers and prophets. Like so many ones that came way back with the knowledge. But it's been changed around. People gonna do what they do. But we learn how to be the best version of ourselves so that way we can help someone else. So Yahshua was like, well, who they say I am? He done been up and down and camel rides and walking and teaching here, there, on the sea, of Galilee, and going everywhere, doing the most, helping, healing, raising the dead, just being such a blessing. Just doing the most in his divine time. Just doing the most. But he wasn't the only one that did the most. But since I tapped into, but since Nefertiti tapped into Yahshua, and I don't even know how I got there, y'all. Most High be giving me this stuff. But even when Yahshua was tapped in as a baby, already tapped in. He didn't have the silver spoon. The wise men brought him the gold, brought him the frankincense and myrrh, brought him the gifts. And Yahshua didn't even ask for it. All he just did was came into the world, right? But he had his mission. So when all the chosen ones that's watching Nefertiti and all the chosen ones that on their platforms and telling everyone, that we was at the bottom. We done been the black sheep of the family. We done been the black sheep in the workplace. We done been misunderstood. We done been name called. We done been cast out. We done been some of the worst of the worst. But still, no matter what title people put on us, we know what we are called to do. We know the words that the Most High give us to say. We know that everyone is not going to agree with us because we already been through the boot camp, right? We already been through the hard times of being rejected. We already been through the hard time of living in households that didn't believe in us. We already lived a life where people really didn't want you to grow. From the bottom to the top. So even when Yahshua was somewhere teaching, even when Yahshua was teaching, a lot of people didn't even like the way he was teaching. Well, it was written down like this. And this is written. But then he was like, the way the story goes, he folded it up. He closed the door on it, right? And a lot of people didn't understand. They didn't like it. And a lot of times we say stuff and people don't like it. And this not people personally. People. It's the spirit. It's the energy. Like I said, we are in a spiritual battle. We're in a spiritual warfare. We fight not against flesh and blood. I see you. Yeah, you see me. But it's not about you. It's about the spirit that's in you. So when people studies trying to say, well, who is, they changed his name to Jesus, but who is Yahshua? Who is them? Well, he said, what they calling me? Well, some say you the prophet. Some say you this. Some say you that. But who do you say I am? So when you got people that's around you and they hearing all this negativity, but who do you say I am? Who are you? Well, what do you have to say? Because sometimes people that's supposed to be on your side, be on your team, supposed to be, hearing all this being said about you, but what did you say? Oh, I ain't know what to say. Girl, I was just listening. Okay, but why are you bringing it back? Why are you bringing it back? Because people going to put you in a category because, number one, they give it a reflection of their self. And if whatever they don't see in they self that they don't like, they're going to make you feel like, well, I don't like what you're doing. But evidently, they don't like what they're doing. So when somebody was looking at Yahshua and he was raising up the dead, it wasn't, he was raised up dead because the people was crying. They was crying. If you was here, this wouldn't happen. If you was here, and putting that on Yahshua. It's a lot of Yahshuas out here. There's a lot of star seeds out here. We have people coming to us and say, if you was here, this wouldn't happen. It's been a lot of times in Nefertiti life, in my life, I just, put my stuff on pause because somebody calling me. Well, I need you here because I got this situation. And I put down what I have to do. What I'm on my mission to do. And I'm speaking for Nefertiti because like I said, I can always speak for self. So if someone else going through these situations, they can go ahead and be in a Ashe corner and say amen, Ashe. So when you already living your life, like Yahshua already out doing what he got to do. I don't know if he was eating, planting seeds, or doing what he was doing. But then it was like, Yahshua, if you was here, this wouldn't have happened. Yahshua was like, well, let me go see what's going on. But then, they put that on him like it's responsibility. So he was like, Lazarus. And Lazarus woke up. But then when he did that for someone else, because they was the one was grieving so much. So he was like, well, let me just call him back. And then people like running around telling people, oh, they around here raising up the dead. Oh, they around here calling dead people. Oh, they around here worshiping their ancestors. Oh, they around here doing the most. Oh, they around here holding up their self. Oh, they around here just showing out. Oh, they around here just living their best life. Oh, they around here posting videos. Oh, they around here just living their best life now. Calling people from the dead. Chosen ones, rise up. Wake up. And come to your higher, best version of yourself.